I have all the proof of Diddy's gay parties. When I tried to leak the proof, Diddy threatened to kill me. I also have videos of Diddy performing sacrifices.
World-renowned Dallas pastor T.D. Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
It's filed by a producer that worked with Combs. It discusses how the singer planned to leverage his relationship with the bishop.
Diddy, he was using T.D. Jakes to fix his image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time.
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties.
It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
What if I told you that recording mogul Sean Diddy Combs' whole legal case was completely destroyed by a prominent black preacher who was well known for teaching morals and faith? Yes, exactly. According to reports, Bishop T.D. Jakes entered the courtroom with evidence. Not gossip or conjecture, but hard, astounding proof that has the potential to permanently demolish Diddy's enterprise. You won't believe what this evidence reveals, or why Jakes held off on disclosing it until now. At this point in the Diddy trial, everything changed. Social media has been overflowing with stories about raids, litigation, and leaked video for weeks, but nothing could have prepared the courtroom for what transpired when Bishop T.D. Jakes arrived. In a startling and surprising turn of events, T.D., known for his enormous influence in the religious community, Jakes gave the court straight, devastating information that could have left Diddy with no other choice. This is not another YouTube conspiracy or myth. Even his most devoted admirers were unaware of the recorded evidence linking May Ty Diddy to crimes. The curtain is being pulled back in this video.
Diddy forced me and other celebrities into physical contact. Jay-Z and Beyonce are also with Diddy. I apologize to everyone for my wrong actions.
You'll discover the truth about this well-known scandal's backstage activities, how T.D. few people are aware of Jake's connections to Diddy, and this case took a crazy turn at that very time. We'll dissect every aspect, from covert recordings and celebrity treachery to how this startling discovery can permanently alter Diddy's future. This narrative is more complex than anybody could have predicted, so fasten your seatbelt. You won't want to miss what comes next, I promise.
Two women who said that they had been abused, saying it happened decades ago, and they thought that they could look at the evidence in this case, which is about assault, and view it fair and unbiased based on what comes into the courtroom. And one woman who is proceeding said she was arrested when she was 16 for shoplifting at Harry Potter's World at Universal Studios. The judge asked her what she stole. She said it was a...
Today in a New York federal courtroom, Sean Diddy Combs told the judge he was, quote, a little nervous. The rap mogul's criminal trial began this morning. He is trafficking, racketeering, and more.
Taking this album on has required so much time, months and at a time, 16 hours, 24 hours a day. Sometimes, Diddy will request certain works to be done and tell us don't go to sleep until it's done. And the truth is, we'll be up for days trying to accomplish that. I've tried to get my business straight with them on this album, but the truth is they're not playing fair. They hit me on below the belt on so many situations, just dealing with this. The contract that they gave me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee, pennies, and on top of that, these guys are trying to steal my publishing. I can't go for that, so I'm fighting back. He's a fighter, but I'm gonna put in this fight. I gotta do it for myself, my rights, and most importantly, my kids. Taking my publishing or stealing it, I'm not gonna let that happen.
It becomes intriguing at this point. Sean Diddy Combs dominated the entertainment industry for many years. Fashion, business, politics, and even music. Generation after generation, his name has been associated with achievement. The billion-dollar transactions, the private planes, the extravagant parties. Diddy was a movement as much as a business tycoon. However, something darker was developing beneath all the magazine covers and flashing lights. Even his supporters didn't want to acknowledge it. The fissures started slowly. Initially, there were rumors of maltreatment from previous workers. Then, artists who had previously referred to him as family started to distance themselves. Lawsuits began to pile up. Then the shocking news arrived. There have been several federal investigations, reports of trafficking and racketeering, and NDAs that are used like duct tape to hide stories. And earlier this year, the federal government sent a message when they searched Diddy's residences in Miami and Los Angeles. The authorities had stopped playing. The weird part comes next. The internet was ablaze with images of helicopters and expensive automobiles being towed away. But something far more significant was taking place in a courtroom in silence, where an unexpected identity was about to surface. That name? Jakes Bishop Tidi. At this point, events took an odd turn that left the legal community and the gospel community in utter disarray. But hold on. Because what about the part where Jakes even got involved? It transforms everything.
And I'm gonna lay my hands on you, Bishop. And he said, and then it's on the internet. He's doing all of this, right? And then there's a woman on the day.
You've been to these parties, right?
Oh yeah, I was there when he was doing the white parties in the Hamptons and the whole 9 yards. So I know what goes on at the parties. If they probably got a little bit more freakier, as time went on, because they got to the point whereas that they didn't even care. It used to be secretly, where people used to go to, separate rooms and different rooms, and they wasn't doing that out in the public, but now they don't care. Men kissing men and all this other stuff. That's just crazy.
The deep and long-standing relationship between Bishop T.D. Jakes and Sean Diddy Combs is something that most people haven't even mentioned. They seem to be quite different at first glance. One is a world-renowned religious leader who preaches about God's purpose and self-control. The other is a flamboyant hip-hop magnate who is enmeshed in wealth, scandal, and power struggles. However, their paths have crossed more times behind the scenes than the general public is aware of, and not in a casual way. Diddy was under a new type of scrutiny in the early 2000s. Legal troubles brought on by a shooting at a nightclub and criticism from the public for his way of living. According to insiders, Diddy started to rely more on spiritual direction at that time. And you know who was purportedly on his side? T.D. Jakes. It was intimate, quiet, and very genuine. Diddy was even seen at the Potter's House Circle's charity galas and private dinners, as well as Jake's well-known MegaFest events. Rumors circulated